Good morning. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make the easiest skirt in the whole world. So don't rely on China to make your clothes for you out of plastic. I'll teach you how to make the easiest skirt, the #1 easiest skirt ever. Okay, so you take your fabric and put it around yourself just to make it just a bit bigger than your hips. So like that. If you have thinner fabric like this is pretty thin fabric. If you have thinner fabric, you can make it longer, and then the skirt will be more fluffy, more voluptuous. I'm just gonna make it 50 inches. So if you want, you can use my measurements. Okay, the whole width of the fabric, which is from this edge, like the way that the fabric was made, from this edge to this edge, it's 60 inches. So I'm just gonna make it 60 inches. So again, like the measurements don't have to be exact. They can be whatever you want. But you do want to keep everything straight. So how I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna cut by the pattern of the fabric. We can see if I am cutting it straight by comparing this edge to this one. See, it's the same. So another way to make sure you're cutting straight is if you see there's like these lines of how the fabric is made. It's really easy to see them on like a linen or a nice like thick cotton. But if you just try to follow these lines, then you'll always cut straight. Okay, so it's already many days later. I got busy doing other stuff. And we're gonna do some troubleshooting right now. So what happened was this is the top of the skirt. This is the bottom of the skirt. So here, see, I cut one side, one piece of the fabric longer than the other. So I'm just gonna cut it here to make sure that it's the same size here. Now, here, if it's a couple millimeters shorter or longer, it does not matter. Obviously, it's better if it's all the same and perfect, but it doesn't really matter. It only matters here because we're gonna be sewing these two pieces here as one continuous loop here and there. Okay, so this is the elastic that I'm gonna be using, and the way. So this is the top of the skirt. This is where the elastic is gonna go. So what I'm gonna do is just fold it down a little bit first. This is just to conceal the raw edge. And then gonna fold it to make sure the elastic fits in there. So just a bit bigger than the elastic, like this. Okay, I mean you could make it even smaller, but I like to make it bigger just to make sure that if I fold it like down the line a couple millimeters too small, too big here and there, then it always just fits all the way around, just to make it easy. Okay, the top is done. Now we're gonna go to the bottom of the skirt. And on the bottom, I'm just gonna do a very small hem, just to conceal the raw edge. So I'm gonna do like this, and then just the same amount. I'm gonna fold it and iron it. So that's gonna be just like that. Just like that, it's very small. Okay, now let's compare these edges. Okay, so it's pretty much perfect. Okay, the first thing we're gonna sew is not where we ironed, but it is these two edges together. And we're gonna unfold what we ironed here and just sew this together to make it one big circle. Okay, so we're gonna put right sides together here at the edges. here at the end, make sure you unfold these parts and keep it all flat. Okay, and now theoretically you should iron this flat, but we're not gonna bother with that. That's way too much work for a easiest skirt ever. Okay, so we're just gonna, you just finger iron it. That's what they call it. Just finger iron it like this. And now we want to fold it to the parts where you ironed. Okay. Okay, we're gonna sew all the way around, but we're gonna leave a little opening here to put our elastic through. All right, so this is the kind of little hole I'm leaving here. So after we put the elastic in, we're gonna sew that closed in the end. Okay. Okay, and now we're gonna sew the bottom of the skirt. So same thing, just finger press it here. See, it didn't 100% line up, but that's okay. That doesn't really matter. We're just gonna fold it in and it'll all even out in the wash. Okay. All right, let's just look at it right now. Okay, so this is what it looks like right now, just a really big kind of cylinder. And this is the seam. Now we're gonna measure the elastic. So I'm gonna just make sure that the skirt is not too short because I want it to sit at my waist. So I think it's okay if I put it at my waist. If I put it here at my hips, it's good too, but yeah, I'm gonna put it at my waist. Okay, so so you measure the elastic here. I like to really like put my stomach out to make sure that the elastic is not too tight for when I eat and stuff. Because I have like this problem that when my, you know, bottoms are too tight, the elastic is too tight on me, then my stomach starts hurting. So I like it to be a little bit looser rather than tighter. Okay, so we're gonna measure. So this is how much I want it to be. And when you are remembering what size, make it a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna be cutting it. So for example, this is how it is perfect. And I'm gonna cut it like here. Okay, and that's so that there's a bit of overlap here because we need to sew the elastic closed, right? So we need to leave a little bit of an overlap. Okay, so these are all the ways that you could put the elastic in. I really like this tool. This is just from Temu. This is actually very useful. This might be my favorite. And of course, you can use the good old safety pin trick. You just hook it on to the end and thread it through. But my favorite is probably this one. And it's like very cheap on Temu. It's like $1 or something, $2. Okay, so we're gonna just take it, put it in there. Okay, remember not to lose this tail inside. All right, so we've got it out. Now, okay, you want to have a bit of a tail coming out. Now, you want to make sure that your elastic is the correct like way, that it's flat throughout the whole skirt, right? We don't want it to get twisted. Okay, so like this is flat, flat. Okay, it's all flat like this. Okay, so now we can sew it. Okay, so there we go. And I'm gonna hide it in there. Try to keep this area flat still for now. Like don't distribute that fabric here yet, because now we're gonna sew it closed. Okay, I'm just trying to keep it as flat as possible. Okay, this is how it looks here from the outside. If it's a matching thread, you can't even see anything, so that's perfect. Okay, now we want to just distribute this fabric evenly all the way around. Okay, and that's it. It's complete. It's so cute. Let's try it on. Okay, so this is how it turned out. So I think it turned out amazing. Yeah, super cute. I think it did turn out very well because of the fabric. So the fabric is like a very thin, kind of flowy rayon. If it was a thicker fabric, like a good cotton, it would not turn out so flowy. It would be more stiff, which, I mean, depending on whatever look you're going for, like I think this is really cute. Like it's very flowy, but you do sacrifice like the quality of the fabric because rayon, it's not right. It's not the gold standard. Like if you're going on the natural, you know, good quality scale, like synthetic is way down there somewhere, then rayon is okay, because it is a natural fiber, but it takes a lot of chemicals for to get it from I think it's like hemp or like bamboo, for example. It takes a lot of chemicals for it to go from wood to into a fabric. So that's why it's sort of in the middle there. It's not a really good quality fabric, whereas like you know, organic cotton, linen is way at the top here. It's the best, but it's not as flowy. And if you want it to be flowy, that's gonna be super expensive. It's gonna be like a super expensive, good quality, you know, like really thin kind of beautiful flowy cotton. And yeah, that's just really expensive. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that this fabric is rayon, but I'm not exactly sure because I got it from a thrift store, not from a fabric shop. So the way to tell if it is like a natural fiber or like 100% synthetic is to light it on fire. So, and we'll see if it's synthetic, it will melt, but if it is a natural fiber, it will burn. Okay, so it did burn. So now that it's not hot anymore, I can take it and it becomes like ash. So it's not it didn't melt. So that means that it is some kind of natural fiber, and I suspect that it's rayon because it's very smooth, and it's like very thin and very flowy. Now let's burn a piece of synthetic. Okay, so this is like a fake, satin, which is just polyester or whatever. And see, so what it does is it just becomes like a piece of melted plastic. It just like balls up into a mass of melted plastic.